Hello and welcome back to Wario Land 4, but Shard. Wario Land 4, but it's Shard now, and we are now going to be doing the Shard Toy Passage. Topaz Passage. The Topaz Passage. I don't know why, but I'm just enamored with that phrasing. Just dumb little things, dumb little portmanteaus, and I mean that isn't alliteration, but alliteration also just it just tickles my whimsy bones. And being the big Banjo-Kazooie boy I am, just weird portmanteaus, and I mean Banjo-Kazooie's more alliteration, but you know what I'm saying. It scratches that same itch when you get such a nice portmanteau as Toy Passage. But here we are in the Topaz Passage to suck all the whimsy out of our lives. And speaking of sucking whimsy out of our lives, I'm going to do my best to avoid talking about weird toys from my childhood this episode. I mean, I'll probably end up doing it as well, just because hey, we're here, and that's what the deal is in this world. But you know, my mom was a teacher, so I was very much a Fisher-Price kid, I suppose. I don't know. My mom was a teacher, so a lot of Fisher-Price toys in our home for school purposes that my mom you know would find a little bit of a double usage on. There's a better word I was looking for, but I could not think of it. And then I was going to say double feature, but that also is not correct. Dual purpose. My mom would dual purpose toys that were for both her class and for her children, just because, you know, we didn't have a lot of money. So, you know, you get toys for your class, and, you know, maybe you can appease the children in your life that are yours by blood and not just by duty. But hey, enough of that. What we are here to do today is, of course, discuss weird life anecdotes, just because that's where we are in our lives. But also the video game. But also something I wanted to do was check in on Wario's story and lore. Now, last time I checked in on Wario lore, it was just kind of me spitballing some like fan fiction, basically. But today I'm here to talk about actual Wario story. Oh, they changed this purple pipe puzzle room. Holy crap. I think this is the first change we've seen. Because if you remember, in normal mode, there was 2 blocks here, but now there's only a single one. Wonder how they expect us to do this, because I can't really get enough of a hop off of this. Oh, there we go. If you jump right, you can kind of angle Wario in. I was starting to think that they might want us to, like, drop this down more and then, like, run across here, but this doesn't form enough of a straight line for it to work. That was interesting. That's literally the first change we've seen in a purple pipe puzzle room, unless there were other very minuscule changes like that have just slipped by me, which is totally possible. But hey, that was interesting. But yes, Wario story and lore. Last time, and it was actually in the Toy Passage, in the second half of the passage, but we talked about Wario lore, which was basically just me spitballing fan fiction. But today we're going to talk about the legitest Wario lore and story. So if you've watched any of my previous other LPs, or you're a big W head yourself, you know all about the Wario lore. But I want to talk about it, because I get to a point in every of these Wario LPs where it's time to discuss the story. Oh, and this is interesting. They have changed the level to swap some of the block positions, which is interesting. They generally don't change. I know I'm sidetracking from the story, but I wanted to talk about this just because I just realized that typically they don't change the level geometry at all. But these blocks aren't like, you know, they're not static geometry. Like they're like objects that can be, you know, altered. Oh, hey, and they also changed this by removing the falling blocks. Damn, they really did actually change this a lot. I mean, not a whole lot, but let's see if we can still do this, because now I'm gonna need to be able to hop up here, I think. Yeah, there we go. We were still able to do it, even though I kind of bunged up with their what they probably wanted us to do was run across the 4 blocks that were on the bottom here, but I started to kind of autopilot there for a moment. Just interesting to see them change, like, the arrangements with the blocks and such. It's very interesting. I believe I started... Actually, I'm not sure. Did I talk about... I think I might have talked about it in the failed recording for the Ruby Passage, in which I was kind of interested in, like, the platforms and such, like the carousel platforms. Like, oh, these things aren't technically, you know, part of the geometry. Like, could they be considered... Oh, it was with, like, the icicles that would fall from the ceiling and stuff like that, like, you know, things like that, where they were creating more of them, where it wasn't like, oh, we are changing the level geometry, but, you know, these things could be considered enemies and that we change their, like, positioning and such. So yeah, it is neat to see them change, like, these blocks positioning. So that's cool and good. I'm interested to see what other changes they make in this passage. But back to the topic at hand, Wario's story. So for some reason, for some just odd reason, and I'm not going to complain about it, but it is interesting. The Game Boy, like, Land series, like your Mario Land, your Wario Land, since Wario Land is technically a spin-off of Wario Land, that kind of just carried on further than the original scope of the Mario Land games. In that, I mean, you know, there were 2 Mario Land games and then 6 Wario Land games. That's kind of what I mean by that statement, which was kind of weird. There's a weird continuity of there's a weird continuity between them. Maybe not fair to say story, because, you know, it is not a lot of story per se. But so in Mario Land 1, Mario goes to Sarasasa Land to save Princess Daisy from an alien named Tatanga, who is, like, invaded or whatever. And how am I supposed to get up here? I actually don't know how to get this diamond. Oh, now that I probably was supposed to not put the ball in the hole, so we could hop up there and grab the diamond. It is interesting to see them start remixing the Purple Pipe puzzle rooms just ever so slightly. It's weird to see. It's very interesting. Also weird that, you know, it took this far into the game for them to start doing this. Can I just push it just a little bit? I just want to nudge it just slightly. Maybe. Okay, I can stand right there. That was cool. So Mario goes to save Daisy from alien named Tatanga. Bang, boom, he saves her. It's good. You know, the Super Mario does good work. But then the Super Mario goes back to the Super Mario Land 2. He goes back to, like, Mario Land, which is just a land named after him. And in the meantime, while he's been gone saving Princess Daisy from Sarasasa Land, Wario took over his castle. And this was, you know, Wario's first game as the antagonist of Mario Land 2, which is really cool. Mario beats him, throws him out of his castle, and then in Wario Land 1, Wario is looking to get his own castle, since, you know, this was actually the wrong way to go, I think. Yeah, this was the wrong way, and I don't think we'll have enough leeway to go this way, so I'll just use the fast forward function on the controller in 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll point this way. Yeah, for some reason my Xbox 360 controller ended up having a fast forward function mapped to it. I'm not 100% sure why, but hey, it's useful. So Wario's looking to save up money so he can have a castle of his own, because he's Wario. Why does Mario get a castle but Wario doesn't? It's not fair at all. And that's really where the continuity really ends. You can make an argument that the continuity continues in Wario Land 2. Because by the end of Wario Land 1, you have multiple endings in which Wario could have, you know, different levels of wealth and abode, depending on how well you did in the game, like how much money you saved, and how many treasures you got. I was going to say a la Luigi's Mansion, but honestly, Luigi's Mansion is a la Wario Land 1, so hey, Luigi, I got your fucking number. You better be careful about plagiarizing my boy. Oh, and I thought for sure that that toy car Wario was going to get the best of me. And that's kind of... The continuity kind of ends there, but then Wario Land 2 starts off in Wario's castle, which I would argue kind of has the same level of continuity that the others did, in which it's just kind of like, oh, hey, this thing kind of takes place like afterwards, and how the hell am I supposed to get over there? Can I bring this? I don't think I can bring... No, I absolutely cannot bring that over here. How am I going to make this jump? I need to think about this. I'm going to pause it, actually, so I can think. Because if we were to stand on the top, we wouldn't be able to fall down because there isn't enough leeway. We can't make the jump. Yeah, we can't make a jump from there. Maybe if we just alley-oop. Nope, alley-oop was not what was gonna... Oh, there's a hammerman here. Oh, interesting. I wonder if this was in lower difficulties, and I just never realized that this was a thing we could have potentially done, or what the hubbub is. I'm not 100% sure, but thank you, Hammerman. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it dearly. And this toy car Wario's got to go. We are running low on time. How am I going to get this ball over to the side? I'm going to have to think about that, because we are running low on time, and we actually do not have the amount of money that we require. That is kind of bad. I may have to replay this level. I would rather not have to replay this level. But we do still have the... Nope, this is not going well. We still have the stupid compact disc to collect, which is 500 coins. And we have, you know, some health as a buffer to give us some more. This is just a comedy of errors. This is not going well. Please, get out of here, Triangle. Please, and I'll now continue to come with me, Triangle. How are we going to do this? If I do a charge throw, I still can't get that in there. What am I supposed to do with this ball? I'm actually not sure. I may have to repeat this level. Yeah, how much money do we have? We don't have the 10K yet. We will not be able to... Yeah, this isn't going so hot. Not hot at all. And I don't have a way of resetting this room. Was there a hidden area that I forgot to go to that I didn't get money? Is there a way I can bounce this off the wall enough that I can get some leeway on it? What if I hit it with a dash? I'm just kind of screwing around now, honestly, because I don't know what to do. Maybe if I get the triangle here, I can get it into a throw. Wait, why did the triangle go back up there? Interesting. I've kind of accepted that I'm not gonna do well this playthrough, or not this playthrough, obviously, but you know, this run of this level, and we'll have to repeat it. So we'll just play around, see what we can make happen. Man, these shapes like respawn real easily. Maybe from there we can make the throw. They just changed this level just enough to really throw me off, I guess. So we can make that, and then we can jump in here, we can come in here, we can get the compact disc, and it's good. Cool. So I'm just gonna have to come back in this level and get the 10K gold. So whoops. I mean, you know, it could have gone worse. We could have died and not made it out. But hey, maybe there's a secret area I forgot to go to. I don't know. Maybe I just need to be a little bit quicker, and then, you know, if I was a little bit quicker, we would have had a bit over 10K before exiting the level, and then that would have worked out. So hey, I guess I'll just replay that level sometime before the next episode, so we can have the 10K gold. Because man, we did not get any crowns in that level whatsoever. How embarrassing. So yeah, Wario Land 2. You know, it starts off in a castle, so you could argue the continuity continues from there, but it doesn't really all that much other than that Wario has a castle. But, you know, it has basically as much continuity as the other ones do. I would say that the continuity between, like, Wario Land, or Mario Land 2 and, Mario Land 2 and Wario Land 1 is probably, like, the biggest, like, oh, hey, this is actual continuity. And also there's some continuity between Wario Land, or Mario Land 1 and 2, excuse me, in that, somewhere it's stated Tatonga was hired by Wario as, like, a distraction. I'm not sure if that's just, like, weird, like, internet fan theory, or if that was, like, a Mario comic thing, or if that was, like, manual, like, plot at some point, but that thought was, like, incepted into my brain and has stayed there, so who knows the origin of that thought? I have no idea what the origin of the thought is, but it's there. Maybe it's just something weird that ended up on the Mario Wiki that shouldn't be there. There's a lot of things like that where it's like, well, I'm not exactly sure about this Mario Wiki, but whatever you say, I mean, you're the wiki. But I digress. Wario Land 3, regardless of how you feel about the continuity between Wario Land 2. Wario Land 3 completely breaks it, and that, you know, it's completely separate. There's no Captain Syrup, because, you know, Captain Syrup's in both Wario Land 1 and Wario Land 2, but not in 3, and obviously not in 4. I mean, we've seen the entire game. So it just ends up being like its own standalone thing, kind of like how this game is its own standalone thing. I wonder if we can get up here before these spoils go away. Cool, that was good. What do I need to roll? I need to roll a 4. I mean, I could roll several things, but I would like to roll a 4. Oops, I forgot how this worked. Great. Okay, what do I need to roll now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to roll 5. There we go. I was worried I was gonna miss it and this was gonna go bad. But luckily, the old ticker started ticking, and I remembered how to do this correctly, and which, you know, you just jump right before the number you want, and then it normally works out well. But yeah, Wario Land 3 and 4 just kind of end up being their own standalone thing in terms of like plot. Not any real continuity. Ooh, and I could have used that Wario card to throw at these Harriman Z to have killed them because I think it was in hard mode I realized we could use a rocket at some point to throw at the Harriman Z to flip them, because when they get hit with a projectile, they flip over. Oh, and there are a lot of those boys up there now. Oh, but we aren't given... Okay, so yeah, we're seeing a lot of, like, slight differences in these purple pipe puzzle rooms, because previously there was a glass ball bird who would drop a ball, and then we'd throw it through, and we'd get 2 of those boys, but now there's 4. But we are given one toy car Wario to get up here. Oh my god, and there's no... previously... Our reward for this was, this is going awfully. Previously, our reward for this room was a heart chest. But now we get diddly, well, we don't get diddly my controller threw it the wrong way. This is not going well. A reward now for this room would be all of the, spoils from defeating these enemies, which I've kind of just screwed myself out of, because I don't think we can make, I kind of want to scroll the camera just slightly. I think if I jumped, I might be able to make the jump up there. Let's go for it. I've already lost so much health. No, Wario cannot make that jump, and now we are dead. Cool. I'll meet you guys back in this room, and then we'll get back to this very disjointed discussion of Wario Land plots. Okay, so we will return to our previously scheduled Wario Land story discussion in a moment after we properly deal with this room. So this time I destroyed those blocks at the bottom so we could go ahead and, kind of have some room to deal with these guys so I don't have to hop over the spikes and potentially risk losing health. So now we just kind of have like a little safe zone that we can come and bounce on these toy car boys. And that did not go great, but that's fine. One hit, we'll deal with one hit. We're gonna get a few heart blobs off of this. Unfortunately, okay, those guys killed themselves somehow. The heart blobs aren't going to work out perfectly for us because we are going to... Damn it. I was trying to play that too carefully and just ended up playing a dumb game. And there we go. That worked out well. Now I just need to hop up on here without getting killed by these guys. And presto changeo, it's great. Now, unfortunately, we are going to... If we kill all of these boys, we're going to recover a health, which I know sounds dumb, but I like to recover to all full hearts with... recover to all full hearts before filling up my heart bar, so we have the leeway, health essentially, since it will act as a 9th heart. But oh well, that didn't go perfectly. I wouldn't even say it went well, but we did it, and we're good, I guess. If we can find a projectile, we could deal with these guys like I had mentioned earlier. Oh, and luckily for us, we have to actually get the projectile here. I had almost forgotten about that. Now I want this boy. Okay, well, fine. I wanted the boy to go away so we could get the thing, and I just need to roll a 1. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to roll, but actually, you know what? This works out. We can kill this guy, and everything will be fine. Because now that he is gone, well, God, I don't know what I need to... Okay. I need to roll a 1. I can do this. I can roll a 1. So I think in future resets, because we're probably going to have to reset this level more, because this is just how this level goes for me. I think I may just avoid that purple pipe puzzle room, because as you can see, it didn't go so hot for me. Didn't go great at all. But now we have 2 more chances to roll those 1s, because, it turns out I can actually get these when I stop for a moment and say I'm going to roll a 1. And I went ahead and now I'm dead. Ugh. So I ended up not following my own advice. I went and played around in that purple pipe puzzle room again, but with one small difference. I didn't go the whole way since I was having trouble with the enemy bouncy section. I just got the free boys to throw and then just kind of went from there. I think lost more than I gained from going through it. But maybe on repeat resets I'll do better. Hopefully there won't be too many more resets. Let's see if we can do this right. Unfortunately, Wario has difficulty falling through those 1 unit wide blocks, and I talked for too long and didn't stop to roll the dice, and the boy came back. There we go. Now we got some boys. We can use these boys to defeat the other boys. Just a cornucopia of offensive boys we can use, and not offensive in the bad way, not offensive like, you know, people on YouTube or on Twitter or whatever, you know, just offensive in like the like can be used for offense and not just like, oh, you think saying, you know, something that just is kind of gross and bad, you think that's funny just because I guess your sense of humor is not that great. Okay, wonderful. It's not wonderful. Is there anything I want to roll on this? I could roll to get a heart. What would that be? That'd be a 4. So let's see if I can get that 4. I could get the 4. Okay. When I put my mind to it, I can succeed. What a heartwarming game this is. Thank you, Wall Bear, for your inspiration, even though I couldn't see you while rolling, but it was a very good bear, so I appreciate it. But yes, now that all the distractions are out of the way, we can get back to the real topic at hand, Wario's story and lore. So Wario Land 3, not a lot of story. Like, I mean, the game kind of sucker punches you at the end with like a weird amount of story. I mean, not that there is story, just like, oh, there's a little bit more here, you know, happening than I would have expected. Well, okay. I mean, it's not like the twist is like that hard to see coming or anything, but it is just weird that Wario Land 3 has a twist, period. Like, that's just weird enough. But, you know, Wario Land 4 story now. Now we can get into the real meat of the matter, what I wanted to talk about. For a second, I was like, can I roll on these? They're inclines, but they're not inclined enough for us to actually roll on. That's weird. And why did they put these guys up on here? This is kind of weird placement. Can I? Okay, yeah, I can't get up here without killing myself. Good going me. And, wait, are those all pink Harrymen down there? This place used to be filled with the Harryman Z. For some reason, they got rid of them. That seems like an odd choice. I guess because you're going down there as Fat Wario anyway, so like kind of adding them doesn't like increase the difficulty at all, I suppose. It is weird to see a few Harrymen down there, though. Very interesting. Okay, let's roll this 1, and then we'll go for a diamond, if possible. I'm so bad. Okay, well there's still a Wario. We just need to roll a 2 and we can get the Wario. There we go. Okay, I was starting to panic that I wouldn't get it, but it all worked out for the best. But yes, I keep distracting myself because this level has just enough of me needing to concentrate that it's been a problem. But Wario Land 4 story. So, you know, obviously Wario just comes out to this, you know, the golden pyramid that he saw was discovered in the newspaper. And in the newspaper, you can immediately see, like, Princess Shakura's picture, it being, like, her second, like, I don't want to say, like, second best or, like, worst or, like, anything like that, but, you know, like, the second best form you can get, the like, what, 6 to 11 range, like, the like, young princess, like, form, which I think they normally refer to it as, like, I've seen it referred to as young, cheeky princess, and gotta focus. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, it's 5 away. I should remember, but, you know, the farthest one you can see, like, the farthest full icon you can see is the 6. I just need to remember that. There we go. Cool. Okay, good. I'm actually focusing and not doing a bad job. And also don't have to worry about, like, any weird, like, controller input lag, thanks to Bluetooth connections, thanks to the miraculous power of USB. But yeah, so you see in the newspaper, young Princess Shakura, and also her official art is of that form as well, which kind of like lends like maybe like that's her like official canon form, or maybe like the forms she takes on has like this is gonna sound ridiculous, but like maybe some like story significance to like treasure like saved. Like it's obviously just like, oh, here's like endings based on like the treasures you got. It's not supposed to be like much deeper than that, I imagine, but hey, you know, that's kind of what we're working with here, and I once again would like to see what's crack-a-lackin' up there, so I am going to leave these alone, and then maybe in the post-hold we can come back here and get them. And also, if for whatever reason I switch the gem setup and it doesn't work out for us, or the, you know, the block setup, I mean, we can come back here and do it right. Let's see if we can go for 2. I don't know where, if there should be another Wario icon close to us, but let's see if we can go for like the double spring that I wasn't able to do in the Let's Play proper. I mean, we are still in the Let's Play, but you know what I mean. I like leaned over, I was like hunched, like looking at my screen, like that was going to like make me do this better, but obviously it did not. Okay, well, at least we got one of them. I wasn't able to do it properly, so we probably are still missing out on, like, a diamond, because there has to be a diamond back there. It'd be ridiculous for there to not be. Like, you can't see it because there's a block. Like that block is blocking it. I mean, you know, it's in the name. But, like, you know, there has to be something back there. It can't just be like a, haha, red herring, you picked the wrong one, because that'd be really cheap and mean. But hey, what do I know? I'm a big dummy. But you know, the story of this game, like, I don't know, like, how much there is to it, like, how much of this is, like, properly official, like, officially sourced, or just, you know, weird, like, I've filled in the blanks, like, over time, and, like, oh, this is just what I think. But the way that I've always interpreted, like, the story of this game is that, like, the Golden Diva took over the, like, pyramid to some degree, like, whether it was, like, you know, like, some kind of, like, oh, like, okay, because Princess Shakora, she's the princess. Gotcha. Like, maybe it was, like, one of those, like, royal, like, oh, you know, young kid ruling, but there's, like, you know, the greedy old person who, like, ooh, I should be the ruler, this kid doesn't have the right to rule kind of garbage, and, whoops, the thing switched. But that's fine, because we'll just try and switch the blocks, before we leave, and we also have a few more chances to do it. That did not go the way I wanted to, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. Well, actually, give me my 100 coins. Let's see if I can swap it now. There we go, swapped them back. Cool, now I just need to not hit another one of those. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the Golden Diva. I always interpret it as, like, you know, oh god, why does this always happen? I always interpreted it as, like, you know, someone who, like, took over the throne from Princess Shakora. Can I roll a 2? I can roll a 3. That's not what I wanted to roll, but whatever. And, you know, like, through magic mumbo jumbo, like, sealed her in, like, cat form or whatever the hell, and then, you know, you cut forward to, like, the game, and then Wario comes and just, like, accidentally undoes the evil that was Aku, or, you know, whatever. And I'm running out of time. And that was not what I wanted to roll. So I would need to roll a 4 to swap these things back now. 4? Maybe 5. And okay, well, I guess we're just gonna finish the level. Let's go for that. Well, I do still have that one switch that we could hit on our way out that I left, but we are running low on time. What are we doing on collectibles? We have all of the things we need. We don't have enough money yet, though. And now we are actually getting farther away from our goal if I'm just going to keep losing health, because each one of those health is essentially 50 gold, and man, I am doing very bad. I need to get my game on, and we can escape, and then we can continue to talk about Wario Land. Oh, and I can't get back there because there is a frog switch there. Whoops! I guess we will not be seeing the thingamajig, this purple pipe puzzle room. I'll come back here after the episode whenever I go back to check out other things. I could have grabbed that heart to fill out our thing, but I think we have enough time to get out of here, because, you know, 15 seconds, there isn't a lot of stuff in our way, and we do have a little bit of a coin buffer, so I think we should be good. Oh, maybe not. We're going to be cutting it close, especially if I keep bumping into walls like this. Oh man, this is gonna be heartbreaking whenever I get out with just under the amount that we need. Oh, what did I hit that wall? Run, Wario. Okay, no, we don't do it. Oh, no. Oh, wait. I was looking at the amount of hearts that I didn't have, and I was like, oh, I'm only gonna get 100. But I do think I'm still short. I could do the math, but my brain isn't working right now. Okay. Woof. Man, I just channeled my, like, Mario 64 low health form right there. But that's fine. I'll come back and scope out that purple pipe puzzle room at the end of the episode. Actually, I think I might do it now, because I'd like to take a water break, and I can just edit it out in the recording. So I'm gonna go back and replay the replay this level, get the 10K, because I think that was all we needed. Yeah, we'll get the 10K here, and I'll get to that purple pipe puzzle room. Yeah, so the only difference with that purple pipe puzzle room is they swapped out Dr. Aerostein for a toy car Wario. Only difference. So back to the matter at hand. This game has, you know, an interesting little plot, you know, something that I feel like, it feels almost like, and I feel like maybe this is kind of like the deal with Wario, and maybe it's just kind of the effect of just putting Wario in games, is it makes it feel like a parody of a different video game's plot, like, you know, oh, here's, you know, a weird temple with, like, an ancient princess who's been transformed into, like, a monster, or, well, a cat, you know, Cats are debatably monsters. I say this as a person who likes cats, although, unfortunately, I am allergic, so, hey, there's that. Cats are, like, lovable monsters, which, I mean, all monsters are lovable monsters, really. You know, she's been transformed into an animal, and then you go and you save her, blah, 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 blah. But then, like, you get to the end, and, like, Wario is surprised that, you know, she's a princess. You know, he was like, you know, a cat turned into a girl, varying from a girl to a woman, depending. Hey. But, you know, it's weird, it's quirky, it feels like there's more than meets the eye there, like what was the relationship between the Golden Diva and Princess Shakura, what happened there, like, you know, you saw me kind of spitballing there, like, oh, maybe it was some kind of, like, you know, argument over the throne kind of deal, you know, princess between, however the Diva, would have been related to take the throne, you know, that kind of, it could have been that kind of deal, it could have been anything, like, I don't know if there's any, like, supplemental, plot material, that I don't know about, and it seems like Haggis might be spawning in enemies faster than, he normally would, oh, yeah, I think these pencils were always here, I'm getting a little tripped up here, I'm forgetting what part of the level I'm in, and also just kind of thrown off, because Haggis is spawning a lot of enemies. So, you know, there's an interesting level of, like, story in this game. You know, obviously, at the end of the day, you know, Wario is just there for treasure. He is shocked by Princess Shakura, whether she's the, you know, the pretty older lady or the scary little baby. You know, Wario is shocked regardless, and he just kind of, he goes about his day, drives home with his treasure, and then he goes and gets all-you-can-eat steak. Absolute unit, you know. What a relatable man Wario is. I bet you never expected to experience such a relatable character as Wario, but here you are, read 'em and weep. I wanted to make the Ozymandias quote, but I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. But we will just continue playing this good Wario game, regardless of any Ozymandias. I think that's how you say Ozymandias. I'm not 100% sure. Pronunciations. Not my strong suit, as anyone who's watched my videos in the past would know. Low-tad, low-toad. I meant to say it wrong. I meant to say low-toad. The way I said it incorrectly, just because I thought it was low-toad, because apparently I can't read, but you know, low-tad. But yeah, if you see my videos, you know, pronunciation, not my strongest suit. Actually, is there anything up here for us? I don't think there is, but might as well just check it out. Because you never know. They could have put a sneaky chest in a different location and totally gotten us off track. And I totally despawned his flying pig there. God, I can't remember the name of the flying pigs. I think they're... there's something Den. Or, no, I was going to say there's something Den, but Den is the snail one. Because the snail ones are Den-Dens, and that's easy for me to remember because I'm a big One Piece fan, and Den-Dens are snail things and One Piece. So there's that. But yes, you know, interesting level of story in these games. Weird continuity between the first few games in the series. That's really all I had to say about that. The characters are interesting. I've seen a lot of love for Shakura online, and actually putting that Wario car there kind of made this a little bit easier because it's like I can see the. Oh, actually, wait, hold up. They may have changed this arrangement to some degree because normally. You can see... Okay, no, I can't see the entire thing here. For a second, I was like, oh, it didn't pan to show me the entire thing. And I thought they might have changed the bounding boxes for this room, which would have been really interesting. But I think I was just jumping before the camera had completely panned. Maybe, I don't know. It seemed a little weird. But also, putting those Wario cars there kind of makes the arrangement a bit easier. Because then, you know, you can tell where at least one platform is based on where the Wario cars are. I've seen a lot of love for Shakora online, and I'm not sure if that's like, you know, a majority thing, or if it's just like, you know, there's just like a few people who really like Shakora. Because I remember back when I like used to bother looking at Tumblr. I mean, I never really posted much there. Like, I'm trying to hop off this. Actually, I didn't even think about that. I was like, why am I not making this jump? And it's because this Wario cart isn't how you're supposed to get up there. We need one of the flying pigs to get us up there. So we'll need Hawkus to comply to our demands and create us a flying pig that we will hopefully bounce off of correctly. Or that could have just happened. You know, either's fine. Whatever. We'll work with either. What I'd like to get him positioned maybe right about there. That looks good. So we'll let the pig come down. We'll do our hop, and all good in the hood. We can come in here and collect. Yeah, this is where this jewel piece was in hard mode as well. Yeah, I don't know if it's, you know, just a vocal minority that likes Shakora, but I've seen a lot of Shakora fan art on Tumblr when I used to bother looking at that thing. Not harshing your mellow. Ow! I just slammed my teeth together. Not harshing your mellow if Tumblr is your thing. I have my vice. I'm on www.twitter.com, so trust. I have no moral high ground to speak of when it comes to you know, social media. I'm not gonna put you on blast for using Tumblr if that's your thing. It's just I don't really have time for it anymore. Although, you know, I always liked, you know, going around and seeing like fan art, especially like Wario fan art, since you know, Wario doesn't really get the love that it deserves. So it's always nice to see, you know, fan art online. But yeah, Princess Shakora, an interesting character. And although this is kind of an opportune moment to talk about it, since she's not in this game, I always really liked Captain Syrup. It was kind of neat to have her as, I mean, you know, now there is Princess Shakora as of this game. You know, there is a princess analog for Wario, although I wouldn't like place Princess Shakora in a similar. Oop, and I can still collect that coin if I jump right. Cool. Can't get. Oh, I was gonna say, wait, I can't get up there unless I bounce off this toy car Wario correctly, or I could do the arrangement correctly and use this pencil to get up there. I was so confused for a second. Like, how did they change this to make it harder? And they didn't. I was just not using my brain. You know, like, oh, Princess Shakora could be like a Peach analog. You know, like the princess equivalent for Wario, kind of like how there's Peach for Mario and Daisy like for Luigi, which is kind of a reductive way to state things, but you know, that's basically how it went. Like, that's why Daisy ended up becoming big. With not, you know, like, she's obviously not like huge and giant like in terms of games and popularity, but I believe that was the reason why she initially got like included into like things like Mario Tennis and stuff, where it was like, oh, we need a female analog like for Luigi, if I remember correctly. I think it was done that way. That may just me being just applying a little bit of you know, misogyny to it, which not my. Oops, I definitely did not want to roll here, but we will roll with it. Roll with it. Oh nope, that went bad. I shouldn't have made the joke, and now we are out a jewel piece. So whoops. Any lingering misogyny in me? I guess. Oh hey, that was weird. That enemy didn't have it didn't have the frickin' thing behind it. That was weird to see. Because normally they have pieces of paper behind them before they spawn in, but I guess because they added one and didn't change the level geometry around it, it just didn't have the piece of paper that it normally would. And I'm just gonna hop a lot because I'm not sure how much Fat Wario I had left in me. And man, we are not gonna make it out of this level in a minute and a half. Are you kidding me? Especially since we already have to repeat this level again, because I am very certain that that there's a jewel piece in the area I missed. Now, oh, damn, I am walking off my Fat Wario way too quick. Well, I mean, it's obviously wearing out in the same amount of like steps. I'm just doing a bad job because for some reason I'm jumping and I'm pushing right on my D-pad, but the Xbox 360 controller is not working with me. It does not want to register these commands. I'm not sure if it's just the. I always thought the Xbox 360 controllers buttons, like the face buttons, were a little weird. Like, I don't know. I never really liked them all that much. They're kind of odd buttons. The weird kind of like jewel buttons. I don't know the best way to state that, but they're kind of like, I don't know. They're weird, like beady inlays. I'm not a big fan of them. Oh, actually, we still may be on track to get all of the jewel pieces, but at this point, you know, we only have like 30 seconds to go, and I'm gonna get hit. Oh, I did not get hit with the apple. I was pretty certain that apple was gonna hit me. How are we doing? We're doing good on money, so I should actually just book it to the end and forego like any bonus stuff. Aside from the one thing that we do need to do, oh, I actually needed that pencil. I started to panic, and I did not use the pencil I needed to use. Oh, actually, that's already... Oh, wait, the Keezer's up here? The Keezer was not normally up here. That's interesting. We haven't seen... I'm pretty certain the Keezer was not normally here. So it's interesting to see them start changing, you know, location of the Keezer. Shard is very weird and kind of all over the place because, you know, like, we saw... in the Emerald Passage, well, we saw once in the Emerald Passage and once in the Entry Passage, them changing the, oh, and actually I do need to switch this back, I think, you know, changing the, frog switch positions, but we haven't, I don't think we've seen a Keezer change like that. We may have, I'm not 100% sure. At the very least, I think that the jewel piece that I thought that I missed is actually up here. We won't be getting out of the level with the amount of money that we need. I started to get frustrated there because I couldn't bounce off the stupid pig. But it's fine, it's whatever. Let's just get our jewel piece and move on. We'll get out of the level and then I'll just come back and replay it. Yeah, cool. We didn't miss a jewel piece, so I kind of panicked and ended up dilly-dallying a little bit longer than we should have. That's fine. I'll just come back and replay this. I'll probably do it after the episode. Maybe when I get burned out retrying against Aerodent over and over again, I can come and take a break from that and do that instead. Oh, but yes, Captain Syrup. I always thought Captain Syrup was cool, and I always liked Captain Syrup as... This is... That thought really divulged, but, you know, I always liked Captain Syrup as, like, oh, here's, like, the female analog, like, representative of the Wario Land series. Like, Captain Syrup is such a good, like, Wah Peach. Like, you know, there was, like, joke about, you know, Miyamoto being like, oh, I don't want to see a Wah Peach because she'd be gross, which... Not cool, Miyamoto. That's not cool. But Captain Syrup would be such a good, like, you know, Wah Peach, because it's like, yeah, just a cool badass pirate lady. Hell yeah, sign me up. And I guess we are going to forego some of the stuff that we could have gotten back there because I accidentally rolled. So hopefully we'll be doing good. Maybe I should go ahead and reset the level. Let's see what we missed out on, because there's... Oh, it's just a heart and 20 gold. We'll be fine. I'll move on. I mean, I guess it was a little bit more than 20 gold, but hey, you know, whatever. We'll do fine. We just need to not die. Not dying is going to be our numero uno priority, and I'll just continue onwards as Springy Wario. That way we can not have to completely repeat everything here. And this is not going the way I wanted it to. Luckily for us, you know, it ended up working out in the end, even if I had to forego those 400 coins. Man, maybe I should just reset this level up until this point, because it's like we're not far in, and it's not going so hot. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna repeat this arrangement. I'm resetting. Yeah, so like I was saying, I always liked Captain Syrup as a female analog for Wario. You know, cool badass pirate lady, rather than like you know, just another like princess lady. I always thought it was cool. It would be nice to see like Captain Syrup get a bit more love in like the Mario series. Like it would be cool to see her as like, oh, here's, you know, Mario Kart, here's Captain Syrup, you know, Mario Party, he's Captain Syrup, you know, for like those kind of spin-off games. She'd be a cool character that I would have enjoyed seeing in those kinds of games. I don't think we'll ever see that because, you know, like Wario Land absolutely does not get the love it deserves, and I would be blown away to see like Wario Land love and like, you know, kind of like a mainline, like, you know, like Nintendo thing. Like the fact that any Wario Land Shake It music appears in oh man, I messed that up. I wanted to be up there. Let's see if we can go find one of those Hammer Boys, because there were a few of them that I did not mess with that we can just bring back over here. Oh, or the one that was supposed to be there could eventually spawn in. Cool. Yeah, you know, okay, there wasn't anything up there. There might have been something. Yeah, just seeing more Wario Land love would be cool. I'd appreciate it. The fact that, you know, Wario Land Shake It music appeared in Wario Land, or not Wario Land, Smash Brothers 4 was a big surprise to me. Although that theme, the theme that they put in it, God, what's the name of it? It's like Stone Tooth Cavern or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my... Stone Carving City, that's what it's called. Stone Carving City. That theme is actually interesting, and it's probably be more appropriate to talk about in a Wario Land Shake It LP, but since we're on the topic, I'm just going to mention it now. I thought it was like, oh, cool, they made, you know, this song from Wario Land Shake It, Wario's, like, theme, and they put it in the game, but, I believe... oops, I killed that boy, and now we can't break those, which is, actually, there's nothing but enemies up there, so it's not like we lost out on a bunch of money, but we did lose out on their little hearts, so we'll make do without that, we'll be fine. Yeah, so I was like, oh, cool, you know, some Wario Land rep, this is neat, but it seems that, Stone Carving City might have actually been based off of Wario's theme from Brawl. Either that, or it was like a level of collaboration between you know, the Smash Brothers team and Goodfeel. I think Goodfeel was the people who worked on Wario Land Shake It. I'm not 100%, but it feels like the kind of game that Goodfeel would have done. They were all about, like, here's like this weird property that does not get any love. We'll go ahead and make a version for it for the Wii. That was kind of their MO. But I'm not 100% sure if Shake It was Goodfeel. I'll know before that LP happens because, whoops, surprise, you know, there's gonna be a Wario Land Shake It LP. Who would have guessed it? I know that there wasn't a chest down here, but I've during my hard mode playthrough, I forgot about this chest, so I'm just gonna come down here and check right now. And, you know, let's go ahead and kill some of these water enemies because they would be in our way in the post-fold. No, actually, there was that that shortcut up there, which is the reason why I didn't swim down here and get the chest that was right here in the hard mode playthrough, because you're not forced to come back here if you make that that domino race, since you get that shortcut that skips through here. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting that either Stone Carving City was based off of Wario's theme from Brawl, or you know, like, they kind of work together and like, oh, here's a theme from the game. You can make this like Wario's like thing, which wouldn't be like the most surprising thing, since like Metal Gear Solid 4 had like music that appeared in Brawl before Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. I think that's the way it works. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not good at following the path of linear time. Well, I mean, I am very good at following the path of linear time, as I'm a human being who exists. And man, this went awfully. I need to speed up so we can go hit the switch up here. Luckily, they do give us plenty of time to get up here. Ooh, our money situation's actually looking kind of bad. I say as I forego 150 coins just due to incompetence on my part. That's fine. We'll chill. We'll get the money. Let's see, how much... oh my god, there are so many jewels pieces still left. Okay, well that means we still have like 2,000 gold waiting for us. This may end up being a level I have to repeat as well, though. How are there that many jewel pieces left? That's actually really confusing. Where could they have hidden them? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4's Theme of Love appeared in Brawl, I believe, before Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. So, you know, it wouldn't be like the most unreasonable thing for them to have been like, oh, give us something for Wario, and we'll make it happen. Which I always appreciated that, you know, some Wario Land love made it into Smash Brothers, but also, I always thought it was a little weird, because it's like, I like Stone Carving City. Like, I think it's a very good theme. I think Wario Land Shake It has a good soundtrack. But, you know, I always just thought it was, like, weird that it's like, this is gonna be Wario's theme? Like, you know, the level, like, 1-1 theme from his most recent game? Well, alright, okay. I mean, I honestly did appreciate it, rather than it being, like, some kind of, like, WarioWare reference, because even though WarioWare is good, WarioWare is damn good, but it's also a little disheartening for me, because it's good, but, you know, WarioWare could be flavored as anything. Like, just look at, like, Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven's... I mean, I know it's, like, the same people, but, you know, Rhythm Heaven could be WarioWare, just it doesn't have, like, the Wario, like, you know, IP attached to it, and that is disheartening that I now have a jewel piece without, missing from my thing. That's kind of scary. Oh, no, we're good, because there's the jewel piece along the way that we're going to collect. Assuming they haven't moved it, there's a jewel piece, like, right up ahead, and then there's the one at, like, the very end, so we should still be looking good. In terms of money, though, I don't know, because our money's looking a bit low. Yeah, I don't know. I just always thought it was weird that Stone Carving City just kind of became like Wario's theme, regardless of it being like a good song or not. And if you know it makes logical sense how it could have happened. It's just weird that most recent Wario game, 1-1 theme is now Wario's like theme. But I do appreciate it rather than like being like a WarioWare thing or being a just some kind of weird like new thing. Although like a new original thing would have been fine. But hey, I just always thought it was interesting, and we kind of divulged there. But ultimately, as I was saying, it'd be cool to see Captain Syrup get a bit more love in like the Mario franchise. Just basically, that opinion extends to anything Wario Land related for me, like obviously. But Captain Syrup in particular, if like they needed a new Wario character, she would be my go-to. Like, oh yeah, they should definitely add Captain Syrup. And this is a really weird thing that they did, where they were like, how do we make this thing harder? Because in normal mode, there used to be the Harrymen that were here, and there was another Harryman here, in addition to these two. But there was a Harryman Z there in super hard mode. So that was just kind of weird, and we should be good. I think we'll have enough money to escape this just fine. So I think we'll be... I'm just going to pause and check. Yeah, we got everything. We're good, and we're even getting out with well, not full-time, obviously, but, we didn't go into overtime. So that was nice, nice, nice. Was there something we needed to do? Oh, yes, I needed to go and gold crown this. Let's go have a few stabs at Aerodent, and then I'll come back and try that once I get frustrated with Aerodent, because Aerodent is going to be our greatest foe, I believe, because Aerodent's just not a boss I do well against. This is very much the most race against time boss. And since I've learned that you can attack him multiple times, it's become possible, because, when I played this game on hard mode, when I was trying to hit the rodent once, per cycle, like, I just kept running out of time and not knowing what I could do better. Well, you can hit the mouse a lot before he retreats. It's just a matter of, like, getting it right, because it's weird how it works. Sometimes he retreats really quickly, and sometimes he doesn't. I don't know what the rhyme or reason behind it is. Like, I think it might have something to do with how far away you move or how much you move. Like, I don't know. Like, I watched a few videos of other people fighting Aerodent, and just, like, for some reason, he just stays, like, down, like, for, like, a really long time for other people, and I don't know what the rhyme or reason is. I might have to just go and read up, like, what you have to do. Maybe it's just, like, a matter of you have to hit him at a very specific time. Because, like, look at it. Like, we've done, like, what, a fourth of his health bar and half of the time we have? Like, I'm not even sure if I could finish this boss fight with the full minute we have remaining, let alone, like, in 9 seconds. Actually, I'm going to see how far into the fight I can get with the full 2 minutes. Because he'll start, throwing down fireballs, which will make him a little bit more difficult. Yeah, like, look, we did, like, maybe, like, half of his health in the time we had allotted. Maybe a little bit more than half. Maybe just slightly more than half at best. I almost said 2/3, but we're definitely not in the 2/3 category. Yeah, but I don't know what's up with this boy. I might have to just go read up, like, the speedrun strats, like what you're supposed to do, because oops, I accidentally hit the speed up button, which, I mean, I guess worked out for us. It brought the tack guy to us, and I need to move my finger away from the speed up button, because it's on the trigger right below the, it's on the right analog? Yeah, on the analog trigger. Yeah, but look, we could totally defeat Aerodent in, the amount of time that we had. Like, I think... Oh, maybe we'll actually just be a bit short. Yeah, now that I'm on fire, we'll be a bit short. Yeah, I think we could have beaten him in the time we had. We just wouldn't have gotten the treasure, which is no good, as you guys know. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong here. I feel like I want to take one more crack at... I'm going to take one more crack at him. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, though, so I don't feel like... Wait, hold up. I know what we're doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. The police are coming after me because I took too long to come get our free smile. That's very fair. Very, very fair. God, I'm going to take one more crack at him and see if I can just kind of logic out how to make him stay before I just go read up on the tips and tricks that I'm sure are on the internet. Because, speedrunners are very friendly with sharing their like, tricks usually. Normally, like, they'll have, like, a little, like, community, like, oh, here's how you pull off this move, or blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure even, like, worst case scenario, like, if there was just nothing online, I'm sure I could message a speedrunner and they would probably like help people out because they're generally like really friendly and like real cool about trying to get people into the community. Although unfortunately, I'm really not here to get into Wario Land speedrunning. Speedrunning takes a lot of time and dedication. And I don't think I have that. I've basically blown all of my dedication in making this LP. So there's that, because I'd basically just have to start playing this game like every day, like, you know, and train and get better at it, like, you know, like a skill. You know, it's just getting better like you would at any other skill. And I have a lot of other things I would prefer to do. Not saying that, you know, speedrunning is like a waste of time or anything like that. I wouldn't say that, because obviously it's very cool and good, and they, you know, it's a fun hobby for the people who like it, and you know, it seems like a very cool community. You know, they do a lot of like charity events and such. But I don't know how to beat this damn mouse. This damn mouse has bested me. So I'm gonna go ahead and go get the 10K in that level, and I'm going to look up how to beat this boy. Okay, Doodle Woods accomplished. It was a nice little break in between fighting Aerodent, but now it is time for the main show. It is time for us to defeat Aerodent. Now, I went and I googled the good old Wario Land 4 Aerodent super hard, which is also, yeah, this boss is super hard, but the strategies appeared, and my good old friend GameFAQs appeared, and you see, me and my good old friend GameFAQs, we've been separated for a couple years, because I don't like to look up things in games at this point. At this point in my life, I'm just like, yeah, I'll figure it out, and if I do get really frustrated, I'll maybe talk it out with some other people. Now, what I saw on my good old friend GameFAQs is that if you can hit Aerodent without touching the bear, he'll stay around a little bit longer, because apparently it's touching the bear is what triggers the mouse to retreat. So if I can just keep my, like, jumps at, like, the correct angle that I don't hit the bear. Like, I hit the bear there, so he's gonna run away. From what I've seen in, like, other people's videos of fighting this boss, you can maybe let Aerodent, like, re-inflate the bear, like, once or twice without any issues, and he kind of got out of my range there, and now I'm on fire, so it's time to restart the boss fight. I had kind of given up my two potential chances to, like, let him get away anyways. And like, really, you maybe only have the time to let him get away once, because in the video I saw, like, they let him get away, and then they flipped him over for, like, you know, a third cycle, and they beat him, like, with, like, a second left. So, it was, I watched it a couple days ago, I can't remember, but it was a very close-cut fight. So this could be a doozy, and I could potentially be here for a while, which is fun, because I'm, like, on an hour and 40 minutes of recording already, so whoops. I mean, there's a bunch of blank space in there, I mean, which you guys can probably obviously tell, and I hit the bear there, so that was bad. I need to learn how to jump a little bit better. I need to arc my jumps in such a way that I'm not coming in high, because when I do that, Wario goes in high. But if I jump, oh, actually, wait, does it make a difference in his arc? Because let's see. If I run for a little bit, no, it ends up being like the same. So I need to jump a little bit later into the arc, or not into the arc. I need to jump as close to Aerodent as I can, so I'm not coming in high and bouncing off the bear and then finish off my attack hitting the mouse. I need to do it in such a way that I'm hitting the mouse, bouncing off the mouse without touching the bear. That's very interesting. A lot of, like, little nuance to this boss that I never knew about. Oops, and that attack, like, super got me. And I just noticed that their shoes have springs in them. I never noticed that. Like, little jet spring. I can't remember the spring shoes from Banjo-Kazooie. I was going to name drop them, but then I was like, I don't remember what those are called. And I only hit him 3 times there, which isn't great. I need to learn how to hit him, like, 100 times. If I can hit him 100 times, that would be ideal. The ideal scenario would be that I hit the mouse 100 times before he retreats. Like, yeah, I only hit him twice there, and we are, you know, we're so low on time already. This could be a doozy. Like I said, I hadn't 100% committed to not using items in this run-through, but I would like to figure out how to beat Aerodent without using items, and I would also like to 100% this. So, I'm not just going to accept the fact that we could probably beat him in the 2-minute time limit. I'm just going to go ahead and charge forward with the 1:05 time limit I have been allotted. And I'm just going to figure out how to beat him properly, now that we know hitting the bear is what causes the bear to go back up and start to reinflate. I just need to figure out how to hit him correctly in such a way that I don't mess this up. And now I'm on fire, which is also not ideal. So I'm just going to fight this boss a couple times and see if I can get good at him, and then I will show you the entirety of a successful take against him, so I don't like I wouldn't do it, but just so you guys don't think like, oh, he totally just went and bought an item and then just showed us the end of the thing when he was successful. So yes, I'll see you whenever I have a successful fight against this jerk. Oh, I did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got a little overly excited there. Oh, I pulled my back. I moved my back in a way I probably shouldn't have really quickly, and now my back hurts. Ow. I am an old man, apparently. That was that. Oh man, I feel like my heart could explode from my chest, and I also managed to pull my back. I guess I did. Not to brag or anything, but today was leg day, so I'm very, very sore already. But there it is! We did it! We did it! Okay, let's see. Okay, that took me... Okay, so since I said I was going to stop talking and just keep practicing, that took me 30 minutes. It took me 30 minutes to get down, and honestly, it hit a point where it was like, I was plateauing and doing very... I wasn't even, like, plateauing with any, like, decent progress. I kept, like, just screwing up at the very beginning. Honestly, I was thinking about getting up and, like, making dinner and then starting this recording again. But that... I found out a few secrets. And by that, I mean, just... stay chill during the fight. Don't pop your back. Oh man, I'm gonna have to figure out what I did with that. Hopefully I didn't do anything weird. Shoot. The secret is to just jump at the last moment. Like, I was almost passing right under the mouse. I mean, you guys saw the fight. You saw that I did a really good job. And I beat the boss. I did it. I did it. But I couldn't have done it without you guys, because if it weren't for you, it might have been like college all over again, and just I would have said, screw it, and have maybe not ever beaten Aerodent. I don't know. That file isn't on my 3DS anymore, because I played this game a bunch, and I guess I deleted it at some point. What a shame. But that's it for the Topaz, the Toy Passage. I've earned that one. The next episode, we'll be going to the Sapphire Passage, which... honestly, you know, I don't think this is going to get any more difficult than Aerodent, but maybe the Golden Diva will have something to say. And actually, maybe Catbat might have something to say. Catbat's not going to be as difficult as Aerodent. I'm just throwing it out there. But there is a trick to Catbat in super hard mode. Shard mode. See, I'm out of it. This recording's been going for like 2 hours, 10 minutes plus. I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, hold up. I record this in OBS, and OBS literally just has the amount of time you've been recording. I should have been looking at that instead of my recording timer, because normally I keep my phone by me and I hit time on it, but I haven't had to actually do that for years because I've been using OBS, and OBS times it for me. Whoops! Well, that's the episode. See you guys next time for Sapphire Passage. Bye! I did it!